Hi, good morning everyone and welcome to the channel, and today I'm flying a different PeaBee. Mark's asked me to fly his machine, so I feel very honoured to do that. It's one of those things like borrowing a friend's car. You don't really want to break it, so today will be very much a flight where I'm going to be very gentle with it. But equally so, I want to find out if it performs any differently to mine. It's a bit like different types of, say, Eurofighter. They make different tranches, and Ben is very good at making improvements, subtle improvements, and I'll run through some of them when we get to the end of the flight and show you what's different with this machine to mine. Nothing in a major construction, just nice little nuances which I've spotted, and I'm very envious. But my machine's 2 years old now, and it's going to be interesting to see how different it is when I fly this machine that's just come off the production line, as it were. So now we're going to get on the rest of my checks and we'll taxi out, and I'll join you on the flight. Clip up! Ignition going on, let's see if it'll start. So controls, full on free. Back in the box, helmet's done up, harness done up. Instruments have been reset, fuel's on sufficient for the flight, I've got 10 litres, and the Tiggy is running. Mark's got a Tiggy on his as well. Okay, I've got a bit of a long back track today. Right, I'm going to come in at Bravo because I don't want to taxi all the way down there and keep clear of the paragliders. Engine temps are good, so T-wave, trim is fixed, wind and weather is suitable, it's down runway 19. So as I said, this is Mark's machine, about 2 years newer than mine, and let's go for a fly. Okay, I'm happy, bar neutral. Climbing away. Temps are good. It feels just like mine. It is a very warm day today. Some might have noticed I haven't got my flying suit on, and it is just sweltering on the ground. Quite happy to have a bit of breeze past me now. Just coming off the power a bit. Temps are still good. Turning out of circuit. Climb rate's just the same, all good. But what Mark has got, and again I will talk about this when we get back on the ground, he's got the new hand throttle, which I do like. So I'm going to clear off out of circuit, get some height, find a suitable area, and just do some of my back to flying skills and drills, just if it feels any different. Hand throttle's a little bit higher up than mine. I placed mine down here. That was purely for my own personal ergonomic reasons. The thing I do like about PeaBees is you buy your PeaBee and then you can just mod it. So I've got shorter pegs on mine than Mark has. Some little triangles that bring the feet just slightly closer in, because I'm short. Still climbing nicely, just easing off the power. Right. So we've got a high altitude cloud today, but it's still a little bit lumpy, so we're just going to keep on climbing up. So let's see what it's like at full power. Yeah, same attitude. Okay, so I'm going to come off the hand throttle back onto the foot throttle for this. So I've done my hazel check. Some might notice I'm now putting in a different direction, and one thing Mark did say with his is that the stall was slightly different to mine, so I am all clear. Bar pressure's getting heavier. Nose drops gently. Maybe it's just me doing it. Maybe I'm not being forceful enough. Let's try that again. There's the nose down. Power in. Recovering to level flight. Oh, it doesn't need full power because it just shoves the nose back up. Happy with that. A little bit more of a marked breakaway than mine, cleaner I would say. So, just going to do a wires to the horizon turn. Roll in any differently. Airspace. Yep, that's the same. I'd almost say the bar pressure's a little bit harder in pitch. Needs a little bit more of a push. So I'm going to do a 270, so I'm going to come back out on this heading of this road. Airspace is all clear, hazel is still good. Steep bank turn. Oh. Checking to the right, rolling out, coming off the power. Yeah, the bar pressure's ever so slightly heavier in pitch. Not quite, it's very, very light in roll, slightly firmer in pitch than mine. Maybe I've just got used to mine. It's like driving someone else's car, isn't it? Your clutch feels different. One thing I do want to try and do is, does it come down when you pull the bar in? Yes. Back to neutral, does it? Oh, yeah, does exactly the same thing. Just brings all that power, all that speed back in again. Other things on this that are probably more notable, that the rear wheels are bigger than what I've got on mine, but these are the standard wheels, so I've not flown with these bigger wheels before, but they do make life a lot more comfortable. And yeah, back into assume the comfortable PeaBee cruising position. So rejoin checks, it's cool. Does feel like it needs slightly more power for level flight, but I've got no genuine RPM gauge at the moment. I'm doing it more on noise. The one thing I am really interested in is how it lands compared to mine, just to see if there's anything different in that. I do like flying with a hand throttle. It's just a finesse thing. I think it's a paramotoring thing for me. I do like flying with a hand throttle. And when I was joining on the dead side, no radio call today, still on QFE, I'm still secure. No, not final for the grass. Turning final now. A little bit of a crosswind. Nope, they don't want to come down. Looking long, speed centre line. Very nice. And I didn't break Mark's machine. Woohoo!
It's now landed and shut down, and I've removed all my gubbins off the aircraft. I'm just going to walk around the three main differences. I say differences, they're nuances, that fettles that have made this aircraft different to mine. I say mine's 2 years old, and this aircraft is the latest generation. It's just come off the Flylight production line. The first one I noticed on my walk around was this. It's a carbon strip in a pocket. what can happen, I've noticed this and some have pointed it out in some of the videos, I always appreciate comments from that side, is that when you go full speed on this, because the angle of attack is so much lower, and this has also got the washout on the wing, this particular panel, even though it's actually really drum tight, this starts to just flutter a little bit, and that strip is there to reduce that kind of it's not fluttering, it's just a little bit of a flicker on the back trailing edge. Nice touch, and I like it. So moving on to the pod, the first detail I noticed was on the side rails here. There is additional material here, you can probably see the stitching there, so it's over the top just to give it more abrasion resistance, and this is a really nice touch here. So when this bar is pulled all the way back in, it sits on this side, this material, and doesn't damage it any. I've not had any damage on mine, but I just think it's a really nice touch that it's been thought about, that where the bar sits there, it's got something to rub on. This machine has got the hand throttle. Those that know, I built my own. This was before Ben made his, and again, it's very Flylight. It is so unique, so simple yet effective, and most of that flight, apart from when I came back in the circuit, was flown on the hand throttle. It's in line, it's not got a splitter like mine. The splitter is actually built into this, and it is very simple. So this is the main throttle that goes all the way to the foot throttle, and this then runs up the side and goes to the main carburetor body. Mark has also made, this is probably more of a micro maintenance mod, this is the Tiggy gauge with the motor monitor, and that's just mounted there nicely, and that was in really good eye-line position, so I like that. But that's not a Ben Ashman mod, that's a Mark mod. And as Mark never likes anything standard, and his propeller is typical of that, orange line around that to match everything else, he's gone for these tram he's even put the stickers on. He's gone for these tram wheels. They offset the wheels slightly further out. They're aluminium, they're CNC milled, and they just look amazing, and they come in a whole raft of different colours. So I think my bank balance is going to be somewhat worse off for seeing these wheels. I think I need to get hold of some. But overall, apart from the head box, which is again on the shopping list of things that you can get a Flylight, this head box, I did like it, but I do like flying with a reserve on mine, so when I get more comfortable maybe I'll move to a head box. But it was nice actually as a headrest as well. Where I'm normally shoving stuff down the side here and trying to find them, you've literally just got, for those that ride motorbikes and the like, you've just got everything. It's like your tank bag, if nothing else, and that sits there perfectly well. And he's got the bivvy bag as well, which is amazing. But other than that, almost forgot the last thing. All his frame is black. I wish mine was black. It looks so nice, this black finish. And it just sets the whole aircraft off, and that is so atypical Flylight. Anyway, enough bragging about his machine. I've got mine, I'm happy with my PeaBee, but it was so nice to just get out there today, fly his machine, find any differences, and most of the differences are cosmetic. There is nothing else in the handling that I found that would say that's one PeaBee, that's another one. They both handled brilliantly, and they make me grin every time. So we'll leave this video here. Hope that's been useful for you everyone. Until next time, fly safe.